In this video, I will show you how to make a cafe chair for Blender beginners. First of all, object creation has object mode and edit mode. The first basic shape is object mode, and when you want to make detailed edits, switch to edit mode with the tab key. If you press the tab key again, it will return to object mode, so keep it in object mode. Now, let's start creating the chairs that will be used in the cafe. First, adjust the size of the default cube and create the seat. Use the numeric keypad 7 to view from above and adjust the size with the S key. If you don't have a numeric keypad, check Emulate Numpad from Edit, Preferences Input. In the Blender, the size of this one square represents 1 meter. I would like to adjust the size with the S key using this grid as a guide. However, if you adjust the size with the S key in this state, it will be difficult to use the grid because it will scale from the center of the cube. By moving the scaling base point to the corner of the cube, I would like to make it easier to adjust the size based on the grid. The operation procedure is to bring the cursor to the corner of the cube and left-click. Click Object, Set Origin to 3D Cursor. Since the base point for scaling has moved to the corner of the cube, it is now easier to scale using the grid. Move the cube once with the G key and adjust the size with the S key. Set the seat size to 500 mm. Switch to the view from the side with numeric keypad 1 and adjust the thickness. Use the S and Z keys to adjust the size only in the height direction. Keep it about this size. You can also change the size by directly entering a numerical value. In that case, if you press the N key, this menu will be displayed on the right side, so if you want to change the thickness, enter a value in the Z direction value in the item, dimensions. Next, I would like to round the corners of the seat. First, confirm that you are in object mode, select the cube, and apply scale from Ctrl+A. If you press the N key and check the scale in the item column on the right side menu, you can see that it is 1 by this operation. With this, the next corner will be cut at 45 degrees, so perform this work once. Now, use a bevel to round out the seating surface. Enter edit mode with the tab key, confirm that all vertices are selected with the A key, and perform beveling with the Ctrl+B key. You can create rounded corners by moving the mouse. If you roll the wheel after moving the mouse, you can round like this. It looks like this when viewed from the side with numeric keypad 1. Press tab to return to object mode. Now we can create the seat. Next, create the front legs of the chair. Add cube from Shift+A mesh. Switch to the view from above with numeric keypad 7. Since it overlaps with the seat surface, move it horizontally with the G key plus X and adjust the size with the S key. Switch to the side view with numeric keypad 1, and adjust the size in the height direction with S key plus C. Switch to the view from above with numeric keypad 7 and place the front legs. Duplicate the other front leg with Shift+D, move it horizontally with G key plus X and place it. Switch to the side view with numeric keypad 1, select both legs with Shift key plus click and adjust the position in the height direction with G key plus C. Next, create the hind legs. Switch to the side view with numeric keypad 3, duplicate the front leg with Shift+D, and move in the Y direction with Grad+Y. Adjust the height with S key plus C, and adjust the position with G key plus C. After placing the rear legs, I would like to create a curve from the legs to the backrest. Use the tab key to switch to edit mode, and to make the work easier to see, set the wireframe display in the upper right corner of the screen. In this state, loop cut with Ctrl+R and left click once, twice. Increase the number of divisions to 20 from the loop cut and slide displayed at the bottom left of the screen. The hind leg is now split with multiple vertices and can be deformed. Switch to the side view with numeric keypad 3, set the rotation axis to the base of the leg, and apply the transformation. Move the cursor to your feet, select all with the A key, and rotate with Shift plus W. Adjust the position with G key plus Y. Next, we will create the shape of the backrest by bending the upper part to the opposite side. Select the upper part with box selection, move the cursor to the base point of the bend, and perform the bend with Shift plus W. Duplicate the other hind leg. Switch to the view from above with numeric keypad 7, duplicate with Shift plus D, and move with G key plus X. This completes the parts from the back legs to the backrest. Next, we will create the beam part. Select the two front legs and switch to the side view with numeric keypad 3. Duplicate with Shift plus D, enter R key plus 90 to rotate, G key to adjust the position. You can also adjust the size with S key plus Y. You have now created the lower beam. Switch to the side view with numeric keypad 3, and duplicate the upper beam with Shift plus D. Now create a beam facing the front. Select the upper beam, switch to the view from above with numeric keypad 7, duplicate with Shift plus D, rotate with R key plus 90. Switch to the wireframe display on the upper right of the screen, move with the G key, and adjust the size with the S key plus X. After that, switch to solid mode and duplicate the lower beam. Switch to the front view with numeric keypad 1, duplicate with Shift plus D, and adjust the position with G key plus C. Switch to the side view with numeric keypad 3, and if you can fine-tune the position, duplicate with Shift plus D, and create a lower beam behind with G key plus Y. Duplicate the rear upper beam as well. It seems that there is a place where the length of the beam is not enough, so I will also make fine adjustments there. If you can do it so far, the only thing left is the backrest. Select the lower beam in the back, switch to the horizontal view with numeric keypad 3, duplicate with Shift plus D, and adjust the position with the G key. Switch to the view from above with numeric keypad 7, adjust the size with S key plus X, and adjust the position with G key plus X. Create the lower backrest beam in the same way. Switch to the side view with the numeric keypad 3, duplicate with Shift plus D, move with the G key, and rotate along the back leg with the R key. Switch to the front view with numeric keypad 1 and create the lattice part of the backrest. Select the upper beam of the backrest, duplicate with Shift plus D, rotate with R key plus 90, and adjust the position with G key. Press S key plus X to make the size a little thinner. After adjusting, press Shift plus D to duplicate, and press G plus X to adjust the position. I would like to have a total of 3 grids. Finally, rotate the 3 grids to fit the backrest. Shift plus click to select 3 lattices, and use numeric keypad 3 to switch to the side view. Move the cursor to the rotation axis, execute rotation with the R key, and finally adjust the position with the G key. The chair is now complete. There is no problem as it is, but let's arrange the floor accordingly. Select plane from Shift plus A mesh, adjust the height and size, and place the floor. Next, I would like to add a color to the chair I created. When adding color, switch to this material preview and perform the operation. First, set the backrest and legs to wood grain. Select the backrest, material properties on the right side of the screen, and select New. Then, several items will be displayed, so click base color from among them and set it to a color like wood grain. Let's name the material wood so that it will be easier to understand later. So, you can see that the display here has also changed. I would like to color the other parts of the backrest and the legs as well. In that case, if you click here, the wood you saved earlier will be displayed, so we will apply it. After applying the wood grain, set the base color from new and material properties in the same way for the seat surface. I would like to set the color to dark brown. Leave the name of the material as brown. Finally, color the floor as well. Select the floor, click New and Material Properties, and set the base color. Set it to a slightly darker green and set the name of the material to green. I was able to set the color for the chair. Next, set the lights. Light settings are done in this rendered view. Currently, the default light is placed, so if you select it, the object data properties of the light bulb mark will be displayed. Then you will see 4 types of lights here. First, the point can be illuminated like a light bulb. When I move with the G key, it looks like this. Sun can shine like sunlight. The intensity of sunlight is too strong at 100, so if you set it to 5 it looks like this. You can move with the G key and change the angle with the R key. A spot is a light source, like a spotlight. If you return the strength to 100 and move with the G key, it looks like this. The last area illuminates the entire area enclosed by this rectangle. This time, I would like to adopt this area. You can adjust the size with the S key and move with the G key. If you want to tint the light source, you can adjust it from color. Make it a little warmer so that it feels warmer. This completes the light setting. Next, set the camera. If you want to change the angle of the camera, you can switch the camera mode with the numeric keypad 0 key, but if you move the camera as it is, the set viewpoint will shift. To avoid this situation, press 0 on the numeric keypad to switch to the camera viewpoint, press the N key, and check camera to view in view. Now you can adjust the angle with wheel button plus drag or wheel button plus shift. Press N again to close the right menu. You can also switch to the camera viewpoint from this camera mark instead of numeric keypad 0. The export size of the image will be this rectangular range. This size change can be done in the output properties of the printer mark. This time, I would like the resolution value to be a 1080 by 1080 square. Next, I would like to adjust the appearance of the chair. When the camera is selected, object data properties will be displayed on the right side of the screen, so click that. This time, set type to perspective. By setting it to perspective, you can give the object a sense of perspective, and you can express the way it actually looks. Specifically, the depth of the object does not continue indefinitely in parallel, but gradually narrows and eventually disappears at a point. Set the lens unit to field of view and set it to about 70 degrees. Finally, adjust the rendering quality. From Render Properties on the right side of the screen, set Render Engine to Eevee. If you use cycles, you can make the light reflection more carefully, but the capacity will be heavier and the rendering will take longer. This time I want to do the rendering with Eevee. To export, execute Render Image from Render on the screen. If you can export the image, you are done. Finally, save the data from image. This completes the chair used in the cafe. In the video, I explain the basic operations that I will use in the future. I hope it will be useful for future 3D creation. Thank you for watching until the end.